Friends, Kristine McKinley here with the Real Estate Chicks. Today, I'm going to talk about why young professionals are loving Winter Park and Maitland, the lifestyle that these areas bring, and really the top 5 reasons why. So, young professionals, we want safety, we want, good schools, we want a good night out, a good dinner if we want it. We don't want to drive too far for that. We want convenience. And we want our property values to stay if we decide to relocate or move up or move down within the area. Not only does Winter Park and Maitland have both of these things, but first on the list that Winter Park and Maitland have that, young professionals, maybe people with young families are thinking about starting a family in the near future, these areas have the top rated public schools, okay? If you are in Maitland, then you have, Dommerich Elementary, you have Maitland Middle, and then in both areas, you have Winter Park High School, which is absolutely fantastic. Number 2, Maitland and Winter Park are both right outside of downtown Orlando. So if you're commuting into downtown Orlando, it is actually a very easy commute on I-4. And bonus points, if you are in parts of Maitland, you will have access to the I-4 Express lane, which is just chef's kiss. Whenever you move there, and if you have access to that right now, you already know how valuable that is in itself. These areas truly give you urban access with suburban charm, and that is a pretty penny. Number 3 is really just the luxury amenities that Winter Park and Maitland have. I'm going to say particularly Winter Park on this one. Winter Park has its own little downtown area called Park Avenue. This has, brand new restaurants. One just opened maybe 6 months ago called The Chapman. We have staples in the area such as Boca and Umi and many others right on Park Avenue, but those are just the 2 on the top of my head. Maybe those are like my favorite, so that's why. A lot of this has really cool historic charm, community events. Park Avenue always has community events. They have the Sidewalk Art Festival and just stuff like that around the holidays, which is fantastic. And a lot of these, the parking is very accessible. A lot of people in Winter Park can walk to these festivities. So this is a really, really cool feature about living in Winter Park. And number 4, which kind of ties into number 3, but just the community aspect of everything. I already talked about the farmers market, but also, for example, in Dommerich, which is one of the biggest neighborhoods in Maitland, which has the best school zone. So that's why people are brought to Dommerich. They say that like on Halloween, there's just kids galore. So it's just a really, really family friendly area. I feel like everyone kind of has the same sense of community. When you move to Dommerich, you kind of know that you're going to be in a very family friendly oriented area. It's going to be very neighborly, and that is why people are moving to those areas. Also in this is safety. If you look at an ADT crime map or any other crime maps, Winter Park and Maitland are going to be very safe and very, again, just family friendly and very secure. And number 5, beautiful homes in established neighborhoods. Dommerich is definitely going to be an established neighborhood, and then Winter Park, of course, very established. However, you can kind of get one of everything in both areas. You could get the historic home with lots of charm, or you could get a knockdown and completely rebuild. So there really is something for everyone, and it is just beautiful. Both areas are completely stunning. There's not a bad part of either city, so you just really cannot go wrong as far as what you're looking for in a home. If you are looking in either neighborhood, please reach out to me. I know both areas very, very well and would love to help. Bye.